Hello everyone, I hope you guys are all doing well. My name is Captain, and welcome back to Skyrim Let's Play, Episode 2. Last time we escaped Helgen, we got to Riverwood, picked up two quests, one for Bleak's Fall Barrow, and delivering a message to the Jarl of Whiterun. So we're in Whiterun right now, and let's continue with the adventure.
Foolish old woman. You know nothing. Nothing of our struggles, our suffering.
Nothing. And what of my son? Hmm?
The finest cuts,
What of
fresh from
Thorold?
the wilds.
Is he nothing? So don't talk to me about suffering.
Your son chose his side and he chose poorly, and now he's gone. Such is the way of war. The sooner you accept his loss, the better.
I will
Tired of
never
bread and
accept
stew?
his death.
Had enough of fish and
My
fowl?
son still
Treat
lives,
yourself
I
and your
feel
kin
it
to a
in my
choice
heart.
cut of steak or a
So
tender
tell
rack
me,
of ribs.
Battleborns, where is he? Where are you holding my Thorold?
Do you believe this old hag? Holding
Chops
him?
and steaks fit for
Why,
a jarl.
I've got him in my
special
cellar.
quality
He's my
That's
prisoner.
Mock the town beggar
Face
like
it, Carl.
everyone else.
Your
But
stupid
I've got
son
a right
is
to
dead.
browse, don't I?
He died a storm-cloaked traitor. And you best keep your mouth shut before you suffer the same.
Come on, father. There's nothing
God
more to be
smile
said
on
here.
them who show charity.
The finest
Best
cuts,
you remember
fresh
that.
from the
I
wilds.
always feel bad for her, even though she does support the song cloaks.
All I can think about is my son, my Thorold. They say that he was killed, but I know better. I know my son is alive. Those Battleborn, they're in with the Imperials. They know it too,
Chops
and yet they
steaks
lie
fit
to
for a
my
jarl.
very
Come
face.
see my selection of the finest quality meats.
This one.
I just know it. I can feel it in my heart. You have to believe me. Please visit me at my home. I can tell you the whole story.
Tired of bread and stew? Had enough of fish and fowl? Treat yourself and your kin to a choice cut of steak or a tender rack of ribs.
I know your family's honor is important to you, but we can't afford it.
It took me weeks to find that thieves' den. I can't stop now, and I can't get the sword on my own.
So you're willing to starve your wife and daughter to reclaim some rusty old sword?
I just need to hire one, maybe two good men. You won't starve.
I'll put it plainly. You can claim your sword, or you can keep your wife. If you set foot outside that gate, I won't be here when you return.
I'd go for the sword. Just saying.
You tried mercenary work? It might suit you. My Sapphire doesn't like that I've been spending so much time looking for my father's old sword. He fed his entire family with the gold he made using that weapon. I'm not about to let it gather dust in some thief's trophy room. I tracked it to a group of bandits nearby, but I'm no fool. I'd need the Whiterun guards or maybe hire the companions to get it. I don't know why I'm saying this, but if you find it out in your travels, I'd be grateful to you. No, friend, that I'm not. But I get along with your kind well enough. No, I'm a Red Guard. My family hails from the Imperial Province. But I left home when I was just a lad. Been wandering ever since. Wait,
If you guys want me to do any specific quests, like right away, then please do post a comment about it. And that's another thing, if you guys want me to kill this guy here, then just say so in the comments. So you guys want me to keep him alive, and I'll keep him alive. For those of you who do not know this guy, he's a... how do I describe him? A religious fanatic, if you will. All he does all day is he just screams here.
The will of the Dalmor against its own people. So rise.
I don't think there has been a single playthrough where I haven't killed him, actually. Usually I just slip him a bottle of poison, which drives him crazy, and the guards kill him for me. Same thing with Nazim. God, I forgot about Nazim. Oh, what's up, you soldier?
Once I've made enough money trading with the Before my ma and Da passed, I told them that one day I'd become the best trader in Skyrim. I met one of the caravan leaders, Madron. He said he'd help me get started if I could bring him a mammoth's tusk. Easier said than done. You'd do that? If you find one, I could teach you a thing or two about trading. Help you get a fair bargain in the future? About the same as everyone else? They're the catfolk of Elsewhere. Great warriors, good traders. Way I hear it, Elsewhere ain't nothing like Skyrim. It's got tropical forests and dusty badlands. It sounds awful.
So there was a mod I was planning on downloading called Inigo, however you pronounce it. It's basically a Khajiit follower, and he has his own unique dialogue lines with pretty much almost every NPC within the game. The problem is that it's a very glitchy kind of mod. It conflicts with a lot of other mods from the game and causes a lot of crashes, especially on the Xbox. So the alternative for it is to do a quest for a particular Khajiit. Sorry, I don't remember his name. You can find him part of a caravan. Basically, you have to get a moon medallion for him, I think it was. God, I don't remember. It was many years ago. You have to get a medallion for him. You deliver it to him, and he becomes your follower, basically. And he's definitely one of my favorite followers.
Yeah, these Khajiit make a living traveling the roads and selling their wares. It's got to be tough. Skyrim's a hard enough land when you've got a roof over your head. Worst thing is, nobody wants them in the cities. Nobody trusts them. Reputation, mostly. A lot of Khajiit turn to smuggling and thievery to get by. A few bad apples spoil the bunch. You know how it is. Farewell.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Let's see. No, still haven't leveled up. There is a drug that the Khajiit smuggle. It begins with an S, I believe. Skooma, that's what it's called. God, I remember that. That's another thing I used to collect. All the skooma bottles in Skyrim. I'll put them in a particular chest in my house.
Nothing?
What's
My
the
lord,
meaning of this
please.
interruption?
This is no
Jarl
time for
Balgruuf
rash
is not
action.
receiving
I just
visitors.
think we need more information before we act.
Well,
I
that
just-
explains why the guards let you in.
Who's this?
Come on then. The Jarl will want to speak to you personally.
Yep.
So, you were at Helgen. You saw this dragon with your own eyes?
Let's go with the middle one.
By Ismir, Irileth was right. What do you say now, Proventus? Shall we continue to trust in the strength of our walls? Against the dragon?
My lord, we should send troops to Riverwood at once. It's in the most immediate danger. If that dragon is lurking in the mountains...
The Jarl of Falkreath will view that as a provocation. He'll assume we're preparing to join Ulfric's side and attack him. We should not...
Enough! I'll not stand idly by while the dragon burns my hold and slaughters my people. Irileth, send a detachment to Riverwood at once.
Yes, my Jarl.
If you'll excuse me, I'll return to my duties.
That would be best. Well done. You sought me out on your own initiative. You've done Whiterun a service, and I won't forget it. Here, take this as a small token of my esteem. There is another thing you could do for me. Suitable for someone of your particular talents, perhaps. Come, let's go find Farengar, my court wizard. He's been looking into a matter related to these dragons and rumors of dragons.
Leave me out of your intrigues, Hrongar. If you have something to say to the Jarl, say it with your own tongue.
All this standing around is rubbish. We should be taking the fight to the Stormcloaks.
Yeah, sound advice, yeah.
I'm so angry, I can hardly stand it. Father promised me a new dress days ago. Now where is it?
It takes a while to make a dress, Dagny. You have to be patient.
Spoiled brat.
Farengar, I think I found someone who can help you with your Dragon Project. Go ahead and fill him in with all the details.
So the Jarl thinks you can be of use to me. Oh yes, he must be referring to my research into the dragons. Yes, I could use someone to fetch something for me. Well, when I say fetch, I really mean delve into a dangerous ruin in search of an ancient stone tablet that may or may not actually be there.
Just tell me what you do.
You are eager to begin your adventure. Excellent. The sooner begun, the sooner done, eh? I, learned of a certain stone tablet said to be housed in Bleak Falls Barrow. A dragon stone, said to contain a map of dragon burial sites. Go to Bleak Falls Barrow, find this tablet, no doubt interred in the main chamber, and bring it to me. Simplicity itself.
Farengar is another one of those characters that isn't the most loved and isn't the most hated. He's just one of those characters that people kind of dislike because he talks down at you and he thinks he's above you as well. He's just one of those.
An old tomb built by the ancient Nords, perhaps dating back to the Dragon War itself. Ah, maybe you just want to know how to get there. It's near Riverwood, a miserable little village a few miles south of here. I'm sure some of the locals can point you in the right direction once you get there. Well, must preserve some professional secrets, mustn't we? I have my sources. Reliable sources. I'm not surprised you've never heard of it. Even I used to think it was just a myth. But not anymore. The Dragon War was a real event, although only the barest glimmer of the actual events has come down to us. Far back in the Mythic era, the dragons were worshipped as gods in Skyrim. Many of the monumental ruins that still dot the landscape were in fact built as temples to the dragons. The details are lost, but at some point, the Nords rebelled. After a long and terrible war, the Nords overthrew their dragon overlords.
So what he's talking about is, the dragons used to pretty much rule all of Tamriel. They used to rule over men. However, they found the challenge of ruling men to be tedious and beneath them. So what they'd done is they bestowed part of their powers onto what's known as dragon priests. Basically, mortal men who were given a little bit of power from the dragons, and the dragons would dictate their rules and the laws through these dragon priests, and these dragon priests would then control the populations. And at some point, the people of Skyrim and Tamriel, they had enough of it, and they declared war on the dragons, and with the help of some dragons, I won't say the names, they were able to defeat the dragons. Most of them, at least. Again, I'm trying not to spoil it too much because most of us will.
You should join the mate. Oh, I thought you were already on your way to Bleak Falls.
Shut up. Most of these, most of this you'll find out later on.
I believe I am, yes. Technically speaking, of course. The city is also home to a priest, priestess, an alchemist, and I'm sure others who practice. Ah, that reminds me. Speaking of alchemists, I have some frost salts for Arcadia. She asked me to obtain them for one of her potions. Would you be so kind as to deliver the frost salts for me? I'm sure Arcadia will provide some form of recompense.
Mm-hmm.
You're clearly better suited than I am to carry out such a menial task.
See, it's just stuff like that right there. It's a prime example.
A prospective student, are you? Well, I'm afraid I'm not much good at teaching. You should try your luck at the College of Winterhold. If I said that was a tedious question, would you be smart enough to know what I meant? Probably not. As long as I'm left alone to pursue my research, I don't care who gives the orders. Now, I'm a busy man, and your pointless questions are boring me terribly. Good day.
Well, in that case...
You see, sadly no. My work affords me few opportunities for such an adventure. Perhaps some hero will bring one to Dragon's Reach, like old Olaf one I once did. What a fascinating conversation that would be. I'll put it simply so you'll understand. I advise the Jarl in matters of magic. If the Hold is faced with any threats or mysteries of a magical nature, I am called upon to explain things and suggest a course of action. Hopefully that answer will satisfy you. Good day. I'm sure he will prove most useful.
Succeed at this, and you'll be rewarded. Whiterun will be in your debt.
Awesome here, actually.
Oh, I thought you were already... Ah, student of the craft. You'll need to start by learning an enchantment. Take an enchanted weapon or piece of armor, then use the arcane enchanter to learn its secrets. The item is destroyed in the process, so be wary. Once you know an enchantment, you'll need a filled soul gem and something to enchant. You'll use the arcane enchanter for that too. Of course, I have everything you need for sale if you have the coin. Take a look.
I've got 619. I'm not sure if that's enough. Oh, it's definitely not enough. If I remember correctly, can you buy enchantments from books? Or is it only... Also, a lot of these books, they actually are not part of the original game. They were added in as part of the Odin and Apocalypse mods. So, and they make the spells so much better. And I'll definitely be trying to show you guys some of them later on in the Let's Play. For now, let's see if we can complete this. Apparently we cannot. Alright, we'll do that later on.
Off to Bleak Falls Barrow with you. The Jarl is not a patient man. Neither am I. Come to
Yeah, just turn it around so I can steal something from you. You horrible person. What else is there to take from him? I'm doing him a favor. I'm doing a menial task for him by clearing out his drawers and cupboards.
Oh, I thought you were already on your way to Bleak Falls Barrow.
Yeah, take that. Like I said, nobody likes him. Actually, now I think of it, a lot of people do end up killing him anyway. But I'm almost sure you lose a quest when you do it. That's another thing as well, when not all NPCs...
They want to back the Stormcloaks, they'll get what's coming to them.
Not all the NPCs are protected, so if they die, they die. They kind of come back. And if there's any quests with them, those quests will automatically be a failed quest as well. So that's what I'm trying to avoid. I'm going to try to do as many quests as there are in the game as possible. Just because I'm a bit of a completionist. Alright, what time is it? 9. Let's wait until 8. Might as well deliver those frost salts to, what's the name again? The Alchemist. Arcadia, that's the name.
Got a pretty full stock of potions and alchemy reagents.
Save it real quick.
Pardon me, but do I detect a case of the rattles? I've got something for that. Ah, splendid, splendid. It's for a special brew I'm working on. A love elixir like none other. Maybe I'll test it on Farengar first.
Good idea.
But I suppose you expect some compensation. Here. These potions should suffice. What do you need, my friend? Of a sort. I don't have formal training in the restoration school, but something just as good. Within these walls, I have all that I need to brew a potion for nearly any ailment. If I had a septum for every case of rock joint or whitbane I've cured since I opened this shop, I'd be a rich woman indeed. Why? Because I'm a proud citizen of the Empire? because the Stormcloaks only want Nords in Skyrim. The Stormcloaks can rot in oblivion for all I care. I've lived in this city for 20 years. 20!
That's another thing about Stormcloaks. They are very, very racist against pretty much every elf. Which, in a way, you can sympathize them because of it, because when you think about the Falmer are elves, and a lot of the troubles that the Stormcloaks go through are because of the Falmer, so because of the Falmer, they ended up hating almost every elf in existence. Which isn't right, but again, there's always two sides to a story.
As long as you clean up. You know how to use it, right? Mix a couple of ingredients together, see what happens.
Yeah, hope for the best.
Wheat and blisterwort makes a healing potion, if you didn't know. We have plenty of ingredients for sale, too.
Alright, the best way to find out what an ingredient does is to stuff your face with it. So, bear claws, stamina, mana flower, restore health, damage stamina. I remember there's this one potion I used to always make, and you'd have to go to the Pale for it. Was it the Pale or the Tundra? I always called it the Tundra. It's east of the Throat of the World, which is, for those who don't know, the biggest mountain in Skyrim. And there is creeper clusters or something, like these red flowing veins in the ground. You pick those up, you mix that with wheat and something else, and it makes a strong potion. A potion that sells for over 1,000 coins. Yeah, that seems about right. Perfect. Let's see what we can make. This and this. Sure.
Fine potion you put together. If there's anything I can help you with, you have but to ask. Good to see you.
That's prime example right there. Earlier on when I was talking, I think it was in episode 1, I was talking about how if you do certain quests for certain NPCs, they will basically like you, or they'll become very friendly towards you. This is an exact.
For all ills, and I'll be happy to serve you.
This is an exact example of that. Happy to see you, or glad that you're here, or nice to see you again. Anything like that just shows that NPC being nice towards you and looking at you in fondness. Let's see. We've got that done.
You're heading east, steer clear of Hilgrand's tomb. Thing about those old crypts. The dead having trouble staying that way.
Oh, thank you for telling me. Map updated, yeah. So there's other stuff like those little hints and stuff that come from the guards and random NPCs. They'll update your map or give you random quests.
Yes, Housecarl. We'll leave immediately. It's just us against the dragon. Is that it?
I can't afford to send anyone else, and we don't know where the dragon is. Your main job will be to keep an eye out and get the people to safety if the town is attacked. I don't expect the three of you to fight off a dragon by yourselves, but I do expect you to do your duty.
Of course. We'll keep Riverwood safe. You can count on it. Let's move out. Time's a-wasting.
Yes?
Yes. Alright, let's see the map. Almost through every single playthrough I ever did, what I used to do is, before I even got to Riverwood, or even before I got to Whiterun, I would steal a horse somewhere around this area, and then I would travel around the whole map, discovering every single location I could. Every single one, and that would take me a good day or so to do it. And I would end up discovering, I think it's 511 or 512, something like that. That's, yeah, discovering somewhere roughly around that number of destinations. So that way I can fast travel to each one and just complete the quest one after another straight away. I won't be doing that this time around. And instead, I'll be traveling more through the wilderness. Obviously, if it's, you know, let's say I'm here in Whiterun, the quest is all the way over here in Markov even, then I will fast travel over there, because that will take way too long. But let's say the quest is here, in the plains of Whiterun somewhere, I'll just walk there. so that way I can travel through the wilderness, show you guys some of the mods out, and just immerse yourselves within the game itself, in the environment, and random encounters and stuff like that, because that's what Skyrim is really famous for. It's random encounters. You can travel through the whole world and be on one side of a map, and on the other side of the map there'll be something that's happening that you're missing, for example. And it'll just run into random stuff. Each playthrough, yeah, the quests are always the same, but each playthrough is almost always different, because there's always something different happening, or in a different order. It's never in the same order, which is makes the game just really, really great that way. Alright, so let's see, what do we have here? Retrieve a Dragonstone. That's another thing as well. I added a mod called the called the Ice Wolf, and her name's Winter. My favorite animal is a dog, more specifically a wolf. So having a wolf companion is, it's adding some extra personality to the character, if you will. Alright, perfect. Let's equip... Oh, we have a bow equipped, perfect. Okay. Let's travel to Bleak Falls Barrow. Remove miscellaneous quests so we don't have to see it. There we go. Hey, what's up,
Did I see you talking to Sven? Maybe Riverwood's agreeable. He's a bard, so he says. Occasionally he finds time to do his job here at the mill. Thinks his ballads and sonnets are going to convince Camilla Valerius to marry him. As if she would say yes. An intelligent, beautiful woman like her wouldn't fall for that nonsense. I hope. I don't need your jokes right now, but maybe you have a point. Maybe Camilla needs some help seeing Sven for what he is. Could you give her this letter and say it's from Sven? I think I've matched that Nord's lack of cleverness perfectly.
So this is a bit of a tricky one, because if you deliver the letter for Faendal, I'm going to call him Faendal. If you help him deliver the quest, the letter to Camilla, which is the Riverwood's sister, we met in episode 1, then he will become friendly with you, and he'll become a follower. However, if you give the letter to Camilla and say that it's from Faendal, and that it was meant to convince her that Sven is a horrible person, then Faendal will become basically your enemy in a way. He'll just despise you, and the bard Sven, he will like you. So whichever one you choose, at the end of the day, Camilla will be in your debt, regardless of which one you choose. But we'll hold on to it for the time being. Ah, damn it. There we go. By the way, if you want to use the same load order as I do for the mods, then it is in the description below. Just make sure that if you do have that mod, if you have those mods activated... This music's very loud. This music's very loud. If you have those mods activated, make sure that you level anything up before you enter Dragon's Reach. Otherwise the game will continuously crash. So what I mean by that is level up as in pick which one you want. So in this case I'm going to go with health. And then you've got the perks. You have to select at least one of the perks so you have 0. So what we'll do is we'll go with archery first off. So yeah. Make sure you have 0 perks, 0 level ups, and then enter Dragon's Reach. If you have any of them at the time of entering Dragon's Reach, the game will crash immediately. I don't know why. I think it's something to do with Odin, Apocalypse, incompatibility with Dragon's Reach, perhaps. I don't know. It's just, that's the only way to fix it, really. So yeah, these are the skill trees. Odin and Apocalypse are 2 of the mods that just add so much more to the game. It's physically impossible to get every single one of these. I think there's a limit to how many perks you are allowed within a game, unless you use cheats. And in this case, I don't want to use cheats. I want to play the game as it is, but use the mods to make it look better, pretty much. I say that having a ring of power that has 10,000 carry weight, but bear with me. So what I'll try to do is get as many of these as possible, and to help me out, I have added an extra mod that gives you an extra perk every single 5 levels, I think it is, or... Sorry, it gives you 2 perks per level, something like that. I think it's 2 perks per level. It is 2 perks per level, yeah. So that way, again, we won't be able to get every single one of these skill trees to 100%, but we'll be able to get at least over half of them to 100%. Which is nice because then in one playthrough, I can show you as much of this as I can, instead of having to do multiple playthroughs. Makes the game more interesting, makes it more immersive. It just makes it more full and more complete than the original one was. Actually, we haven't saved in a while, have we? Save it there. We're gonna have to upgrade our stamina so that we can run for longer. That definitely hit him though, didn't it? Seventeen. I'm gonna try to not use the bow and arrow too much. Even though bows and arrows are definitely my favorite. Especially in real life. I love using bows and arrows in real life. And that very much reflects how much I play in the game as well. I just love bows and arrows. Don't know why. There is another guard up here. And we have no health. Oh, we do have some health. Yeah, that's not too bad.
That's close enough.
Alright, let's see if we can use some... Got flames. Burn him alive.
Now ain't this a surprise? Ah!
That works. God, that seems a lot stronger than... yeah, I think that might be because of Apocalypse and Odin. I think that's why it's a lot stronger. Then again, these NPCs right here are very low in terms of health. Ooh, Iron Mace of Sparks. We won't use it or no? Do we have a shield that we can use it with? We do. That's not too bad. So we'll disenchant this item later on when we find ourselves an enchantment table, just to learn the spell. We don't have a pickaxe yet, but as you can see, like, you can easily miss that if it wasn't glowing. So that mod really helps it out, and especially if you're like me and you love to smith a lot in the game, finding that all for free instead of having to buy it is really handy. I wonder how long I can stay hidden for.
Over here. not your best? Huh?
Ah, that's the archer. That's way too close. Yeah, the NPCs are a little bit stronger. It's another mod that I added is the movement of the NPCs. They can now lunge. The way they fight is better than the original one. They can lunge, they can parry a lot better, they can move from side to side. They can also use some of the spells from Odin and Apocalypse as well. Some of the newer ones are added too. So basically they are slightly stronger. Let's equip this. Actually, I think there is some hidden dialogue when you approach them.
That dark elf wants to go on ahead, let him. Better than us risking our necks.
What if Arvel doesn't come back? I want my share from that club.
Just shut it. Keep an eye out for trouble.
I'm actually gonna turn down the music slightly, just so that you guys can there we go.
What's that?
Time to end this little game.
God, so much loot. I don't think there's a single playthrough I've ever done where I haven't got at least a few million septims worth of gold. I just can't help it. If I see it and I can sell it, you damn right I'm going to. Doesn't matter if there's one coin. If you guys ever seen the Hobbit, the Dragon Smaug, how he won't part with a single coin, that's me. That's basically me. Surprised I still remember how to open chests. Alright, let's equip our... Do we have any stronger weapons? Yeah, let's go for two-hand, let's upgrade that. There was one mod that I had originally, it was known as the Gemstone Collector, and it added 300 to 400 different types of gemstones to the game, which don't exist in the game. And you find them anywhere on bodies or in tombs, crates and boxes and whatnot. But it was very taxing on the game, and for some reason it conflicted a lot with other mods that added different items to the game, so I had to remove it. Now you have two options, so you can just run up to him and kill him. What I like to do is just sit back and watch him die. Yeah, so if you get this puzzle wrong, that's what happens. You get shot by multiple arrows from the walls. It's a standard, typical Skyrim puzzle. You got the symbols in order, and you have to match the symbols. Sometimes you don't have any of these symbols, and you just have these rotating pillars with the symbols on, and the code to the pillars can be found in books, or it can be found written on walls, or in journals on certain bandits, or in this case, just on the surface like this. So quite clearly, this one's broken off. You can see it on the floor, so it's snake, snake, whale. So all you have to do is turn these pillars into snake, snake, whale, snake, snake, whale. Open it up. Dead easy. Thief. Let's see. Thief by... This book is part of a series, I'm almost sure. I think we might have missed a few books from Helgen. Because I remember there was this one specifically, I think it's called Immortal or something like that. There's 3 books, part of a series called Thief. And I know we're missing at least 2 more of them. So yeah, Thief by Revan? I'm going to call him Revan. Oh, if a reader has not yet had the pleasure of reading the first volume called Beggar. Right, okay. No, we won't read that just yet. We want to read them in order. Sorry, I'm just particular that way. I like to read everything in order. I like to do things in order. Let's use some... let's use sparks. We haven't used this yet. Oh, that's not doing a lot of damage to him whatsoever, is it? That works. Always have to be careful with skeevers, because if they bite you too many times, you can get a disease from them. And that disease can either slow you down or take health from you, and you need potions to... Did I just pick up some poison? Oh, I did. Oh, target is paralyzed for 3 seconds. Damn it. I want to find a potion that kills, and then slip it into Nazim's pockets in Whiterun. If you haven't heard of Nazim, well, you will eventually, unfortunately. Alright, hunting bow. Balgov's greatsword. Oh, okay. Didn't know he even had it. If you're scared of spiders, either shut your eyes or skip it by a few seconds this next scene. Or if you are afraid of spiders, maybe you'll enjoy watching me kill it. I don't know. It's your choice.
No, not again. Help! Get it away from me! Get it away!
Yeah, spiders spit poison, so you always have to be careful with that. Especially when you're a low level like myself right now, this can easily kill you. Damn. And that's just its like ball of spit or whatever it is. Its attack is even tougher. Spiders, when they hit you with that ball of spit or whatever it is, it decreases your stamina and takes part of your health away. Now, if you guys remember the dialogue from the beginning of Bleak Falls Barrow, when we snuck up on those 2 bandits, they talked about a dark elf running up ahead of them. That's him. And now you have 2 options. You can either let him down, and in which case, what he'll do is he'll begin to run away. Now, regardless of whether you kill him or not, he ends up dying anyway. So, spoiler alert. But it's a fun little chase to be on. Or what you can do is just let him down and kill him straight off the bat. And I think for the purpose of this video, we'll let him run away. Just to see what it's like. But if you are doing this, then
Over here.
You can just
You did it. You killed it.
let him
Now
go
put
free.
me down before anything else shows up.
Remember, regardless, he will always die.
I know how it works.
Regardless of your decision.
The door in the Hall of Stories. I know how they all fit together. Help me down and I'll show you. You won't believe the power the Nords have hidden there. Sweet breath of Arcade, thank you.
Like I said, purpose of this video,
coming loose.
I'm gonna let him run away so you can see what will happen.
You fool. Why should I share the treasure with anyone?
Yep. Don't worry, we'll catch up to him. He's got nowhere else to run. But yeah, if you don't want to chase after him or just have to hear him just be irritating, you can just kill him straight off the bat. And you can pick up the the claw from his body. And that golden claw that he's talking about is the one that he stole from the Riverwood trader.
I know I heard something.
Yes, you did. Another mod that I added, it makes the Draugr sounds more immersive. So it actually makes them sound scarier and tougher than they actually are. You see, I thought you would make it even further. So, like I said, he dies anyway. However, usually it's not around this location. He will die. He can either die on one of the traps, or he can die right at the end of a ruin. In this case, he dies straight away. So it's yeah. That's because he ran over this. Let's see if I can show you guys what it does without actually having to do it. That's what that does. Alright, let's see then. My fingers are trembling. The golden claw is finally in my hands, and with it, the power of ancient Nordic heroes. That fool, Lucan Valerius, had no idea that his favorite store decoration was actually the key to Bleak Falls Barrow. Now I just need to get the Hall of Stories and unlock the door. The legend says there is a test that the Nords put in place to keep the unworthy away, but that, when you have the golden claw, the solution is in the palm of your hands. And that there is a little clue to all first-time players of Skyrim as to how to use the golden claw to unlock the door, and I'll show you guys in a bit as to why. There is a spell you can put on your boots, like your armor, that prevents you from activating traps. However, I don't remember the name of it. The Draugr are just people that were buried here. I don't remember the lore behind it, but there is a reason why they come alive every so often. I'm sure we'll find along the way though. I just leave the bodies along the way to not miss anything. Oh, that's right, we have a level up, don't we? Let's go with stamina. Off that, back onto it. We should have 2 perks. It takes a while to go for them to actually appear, so let's go into destruction. Like I said in episode 1, I don't play any particular playstyle. I could be an archer for the whole gameplay, or a swordsman, or a mage, or a little bit of everything, and that's usually what I go for. I don't really go for the full single roleplay. I have done them in the past when, let's say, playing as an Ungonian or as an elf. As an elf, I would go with, I think was it archery? Or was it as a mage? One of the two. Anyway, I'd rather have a little bit of everything. It just makes it see. It doesn't really go over role playing. It doesn't really go over RPG. It just, for me, it just seems more interesting when you have the ability to do multiple things. Just be able to switch whenever you want to switch. And when you really think about it as a Dragonborn, the all-powerful who can defeat dragons, it makes sense for you to be able to have multiple skills to work with rather than be a specific type. Perfect. Magic again. I mean magic. Yeah, magic, yeah. Let's go into speech. So our prices are even better. Oh yeah. Get even more money. I used to have a mod that added extra animations to everything. However, for some reason my mod conflicted with other mods that changed the NPC appearances. Everything from Draugrs to normal NPCs to even animals and stuff. You missed. There is also a skill where you can get all your arrows back as well, as long as they don't break. You have to be a higher level for that. Oh, I missed. An amethyst, very nice. Alright, now I'll be able to show you one of the mods off. So, got yourself a pickaxe. Now there's two ways of mining. You can either equip the pickaxe like a weapon and keep pressing RT if you're on Xbox or PS4. The right trigger basically. So R1. You can just keep pressing the trigger onto the ore and it'll collect them automatically, or you can press A on it and it'll go into an animation where you physically mine the ore for the next 20 seconds. What I'll do is I have a mod on right now where I just press A on it and it automatically mines it straight away within a second, along with anything else with it. And when you're mining ore, you get ore from it, and also a chance to get occasionally some gems. It could be an amethyst, could be a diamond, could be a flawless diamond, basic stuff like that. Most people, what they do is they sell them. I prefer to get gold and silver, and I'll make jewelry out of it, which I'll then sell, or enchant and then sell as well. If you go down here, there's going to be a chest right at the bottom. Nice, easy chest. Ooh, that's a better helmet than what we have right now. Sure, it's equipped the shield. There we go. Let's equip a different weapon as well. What do we have? That's a one-handed weapon. Iron Mace of Sparks. Yeah, you know what, let's go with that. I like to switch it up every so often. Keep it interesting. Ah, damn. See, the way you open chests, which I should have explained right at the beginning, is you use your left analog stick to move around the lockpick, and then when you use your right analog stick to basically move the bottom knife bit, if it doesn't budge like it is right now, just do it lightly, otherwise it'll snap. This is what happens if you do it too hard, it'll just snap like that. So instead, just do it slightly, and if it isn't budging, then move it around until it moves freely, like it is right now. Slightly. See? It's moving freely. You have to be careful, because you have to get it spot on within a certain frame of it, otherwise it'll snap. This one I'll defuse the bow for. I forgot about you. Come this way, come on. There we go. And then the other one's gonna run into it, be burned alive as well. There you go, nice and simple. I like how the game gives you those little like hidden areas. I say hidden areas, those little details that you can use around on the map to kill your enemies. Again, you don't have to use it; it's completely optional. I just like to do it because it's a nice little feature they added to the game. That, and also traps like he saw before that killed what was his name? Arvel, yeah. Like that Trevor killed Arvel. It's just things like that. It's just nice to use them every so often. Alright, now I'm going to show you guys what he meant by the claw. So the very first time I ever played Skyrim, what I used to do is, this is what happens by the way if you get it wrong. Put the claw in, and nothing happens. Let's try it again. Let's move one thing. Okay, I guess it doesn't happen in this dungeon. What you'll find is that in some dungeons, if you get it wrong, there's going to be arrows, there's going to be flame, there's going to be like a trap that gets initiated, and they'll try to kill you if you get these wrong. What I used to do is I used to move it by the outer frame first. This is before I even learned. This is the very first time I ever played Skyrim. Then I would test it out, see it didn't work, move it again, see if it didn't work, and I would just keep on doing this until I tried every single combination, like so. And I'll just keep on doing this over and over and over again. It will take me sometimes 2 minutes, sometimes it will take me 20 minutes. Well, what you can do, which I learned later on, is that when you zoom in on the claw, and this is what Arvel meant, in the palm of your hand, when you zoom in on the palm of a claw, the symbols are there. Bear, dragonfly, owl. So, bear, dragonfly, owl. And that is the code. And it's like that on pretty much every single key. Each dungeon has its own key, so for this one it's going to be gold. Other dungeons have, like, let's say, a diamond claw, or they'll have a ruby claw, or they'll have a sapphire claw, stuff like that. Oh, perfect. Get some iron. So because we are still kind of low leveled, I'm going to show you guys how to kill the next boss. For a moment, just take a moment to look at that. Beautiful. They took so much time in this game, and so did the modders as well. First word of power. These get explained later on. As you can see, he's got a lot of health, so what you want to do is, also he has the voice, is run back here, and then just keep spamming jump until you jump on top. And then you can hit him from up here. Just shoot randomly into any of these pillars, and he'll go investigate the sound. In theory. Go on. Investigate it. There we go. God, this really isn't working out right now. Come on. Please just lead him towards the bridge if you can. He won't be able to hurt you because he only has a sword and a shield, I believe. So you can just easily dispatch him with a bow and arrow. He's hiding. Just jump down when he's very low on health. Oh, he's still running. Good. There we go. And that's how you easily kill him. And now I'm gonna show you something that a lot of players in Skyrim miss out on. I don't know why. I guess they think this is it, when it isn't. So, you got your standard chests here. Let's open it up, and you have your loot in here. Then, if you go around the back over here, let's see if I can remember this. Somewhere around here is going to be a chest. Is it back here? There it is. There you go. You got yourself some more loot. Always explore the waterfalls, the little anything behind anything. If you can get there, there's probably something there. Let's quickly save it, just in case. Alright, that's our first dungeon cleared. Almost feels like it's easy to breathe too. Oh, potion. Alright, save the game. Let's fast travel to Dragon's Reach. What we'll do is we'll deliver the tablet and we'll see from there where to go. I think we'll just continue with this quest until we get a bit further along with the storyline, because this is the main quest that we're doing right now. So we'll progress a little bit further along with it. We won't completely complete it. And the reason for that is...
Careful if you cross the river to the east. Old Hajvar Iron Hand and his brigands are holed up in that cave. White River Watch.
Thank you. And the reason for that is because if you complete as many quests as you can before doing the very, very final mission for the final quest, you'll be able to see a lot of the NPCs where you helped out. I don't want to give too much away because you guys haven't played Skyrim before. So, yeah.
You see? The terminology is clearly First Era or even earlier. I'm convinced this is a copy of a much older text. Perhaps dating to just after the Dragon War. If so, I could use this to cross-reference the names with other later texts.
Good. I'm glad you're making progress. My employers are anxious to have some tangible answers.
Oh, have no fear. The Jarl himself has finally taken an interest, so I'm now able to devote most of my time to this research.
Time is running, Farengar, don't forget. This isn't some theoretical question. Dragons have come back.
Yes, don't worry. Although the chance to see a living dragon up close would be tremendously valuable. Now, let me show you something else I found. Very intriguing. I think your employers may be interested as well. Bah, yes, the Jarl's protege. Back from Bleak Falls Barrow. You didn't die, it seems.
If you want, I can show you a dragon.
The Dragon Stone of Bleak Falls Barrow. Seems you are a cut above the usual brutes the Jarl sends my way. You'll have to see the Jarl about that. Maybe his steward, Avenici. I'm sure one of them will pay you appropriately. My associate here will be pleased to see your handiwork. She discovered its location by means she has so far declined to share with me. So your information was correct after all. And we have our friend here to thank for recovering it for us.
You went into Bleak Falls Barrow and got that? Nice work. Just send me a copy when you've deciphered it.
Farengar, you need to come at once. A dragon's been sighted nearby. You should come too.
A dragon? How exciting. Where was it seen? What was it doing?
I'd take this a bit more seriously if I were you. If a dragon decides to attack Whiterun, I don't know if we can stop it. Let's go.
It's fine. Just feed Farengar to him. As a sacrifice.
So, Irileth tells me you came from the Western Watchtower?
Yes, my lord.
Tell him what you told me about the dragon.
Oh, that's right. We saw it coming from the south. It was fast. Faster than anything I've ever seen.
What did it do? Is it attacking the Watchtower?
No, my lord. It was just circling overhead when I left. I never ran so fast in my life. I thought it would come after me, for sure.
Good work, son. We'll
I serve Jarl Balgraf.
Head down to the barracks for some food and rest. You've earned it. Irileth, you'd better gather some guardsmen and get down there.
I've already ordered my men to muster near the main gate.
Good. Don't fail me. There's no time to stand on ceremony, my friend. I need your help again. I want you to go with Irileth and help her fight this dragon. You survived Helgen, so you have more experience with dragons than anyone else here. But I haven't forgotten the service you did for me in retrieving the Dragonstone for Farengar. As a token of my esteem, I have instructed Avenici that you are now permitted to purchase property in the city. And please, accept this gift from my personal armory.
I should come along. I would very much...
Alright. So this is what I meant when it came to any weapon that has a specific name. So, for example, Balgrav's Greatsword. Favorite that, and usually that's what I keep and basically collect. Stuff like this, though, nah. Usually, last time I played this, I got the Axe of Whiterun, I think it was, which was an enchanted axe from Balgrav. The stuff you get from him is completely randomized unless the quest gives you it specifically. So stuff like this, little favors that you do for them, they will give you rewards, whether it's gold or whether it's potions or enchanted armor or weapons.
I'd like to see this dragon.
No, I can't afford to risk both of you. I need you here working on ways to defend the city against these...
I don't know, you can let him go.
As you command.
Let them see the dragon up close.
This isn't a death or glory mission. I need to know what we're dealing with.
Don't worry, my lord. I'm the very soul of caution.
Alright, we'll pause it there. And that will be the end of episode 2. I'm going to try to keep them at max an hour long each episode, so that way it's easy to upload and doesn't overwhelm you guys when watching it. So yeah, I'll see you guys in episode 3. Yeah, this is episode 2, yeah. I'll see you guys in episode 3. So if you guys enjoyed it, please leave a like and subscribe. If you guys think I can improve on anything, or if you guys want me to do any particular quests, then please leave that in the comments. I'll see you guys next time.